Okay, so you're here. You've decided you're ready to get serious about your money, right? That's awesome. But hold on a second. Before we even get into the nuts and bolts, the budgets, the investing, there are these two massive mental hurdles we've got to clear first. Seriously. If you don't get past these, you're going to trip before the race even begins. So let's dive in. So let me ask you a question. What's really holding you back from winning with money? I mean, really. What's that one thing standing between you and just feeling at peace with your finances? Now, it's easy to point to your paycheck, or the crazy amount of debt you have, or maybe just some bad luck. But what if the biggest barriers aren't out there at all? What if they're right up here in your head? I want you to imagine you're at the starting line of a race. But wait, before you can even run, there's this little obstacle course you have to finish just to get to the starting line. That's what these two hurdles are. If you don't clear them, you're pretty much guaranteed to stumble. So let's get ready to jump. All right, first up, hurdle number one, financial ignorance. And look, I get it, that word, ignorance. It kind of stings, right? It feels like an insult. But you gotta put that feeling aside for just a minute because this has nothing to do with being dumb, not even close. Here's the absolute key. Financial ignorance has zero, and I mean zero, to do with how smart you are. It's just a gap in your education. Think about it. You could be a brilliant surgeon who saves lives every day but have no earthly idea how a mutual fund works. It's not a character flaw. It's just a knowledge gap. And you know why it's not your fault? Because we spend, 12, 16, maybe even 20 years in school learning how to get a job and earn money. But how many hours did your high school spend teaching you how to manage it? You know, how to budget, how to invest, how to get out of debt. Yeah, for pretty much all of us, that number is a big fat zero. Our source material has this quote that's a little tongue-in-cheek, but man, does it hit home. It's like we become experts in our fields. We're engineers, teachers, artists, but we get basically no training on what to do with the very money we work so hard to bring home. It's a system-wide problem. So, what's the fix? How do you clear this first hurdle? It's actually incredibly simple. You just decide to become a student. You raise your hand and you say, you know what? I don't know everything, but I'm willing to learn. And guess what? Just by being here, you've already started. You are literally clearing this hurdle right now. Okay, one down. Let's get to the next one, because this one is a lot more sneaky. All right, so if that first hurdle was all about knowledge, this second one, it's about something way more deceptive. And honestly, it's way more dangerous. It's that little voice in the back of your head that's always whispering, you gotta look successful, even if you're drowning. It's that constant pressure to keep up with the Joneses. I mean, this quote just says it all, doesn't it? It's like the unofficial motto of our entire culture. It's that nagging feeling that your car, your house, your vacation photos on social media, it's all just a performance. It's a big show you're putting on for an audience that, let's be real, probably isn't even paying attention. But here is the crazy secret that nobody ever tells you. The Joneses, they're broke. They're usually swimming in debt. And the people who are actually building real, lasting wealth, they look nothing, and I mean nothing, like you think they do. And that's not just a hunch. It's based on some groundbreaking research from the book The Millionaire Next Door, which just completely shatters this whole myth. And this is where it all becomes crystal clear. Check this out. Over here, you've got the person who looks rich. I mean, the whole package, right? The brand new luxury car, the designer clothes, the picture-perfect house, all propped up by a mountain of debt. Their actual net worth? A lot of the time, it's actually negative. Now look over here. This is the real millionaire. And, well, their life looks shockingly normal. So let's really dig into what that research found. Real millionaires, they build wealth slowly, methodically. They're the ones driving a paid-for, maybe 2-year-old car. They're buying their jeans wherever they're cheapest. And why? Because their goal isn't to get a thumbs up from their neighbors. Their goal is security. It's freedom. That's the real prize they're after. But listen, don't ever underestimate this hurdle. That need for other people's approval, it's a powerful drug. And it's deeply personal. The author of our source material, Dave Ramsey, is the first to tell you that he was a full-blown addict himself. So get this. Early in his career, when his entire financial world was collapsing around him, he fought tooth and nail to hold on to one single thing, his leased Jaguar. And why? Because when he was driving that car, he wasn't a guy going broke. Nope. He was James Bond. He looked the part. He felt powerful. It was all about keeping up that image. But that image, it was a complete and total smokescreen. Behind that shiny, cool car was a man who was drowning in stress and debt, literally on the verge of losing absolutely everything. That calm, cool, and collected James Bond on the outside was just a mask for total financial chaos on the inside. So, we know the antidote to ignorance is learning. But what's the antidote to keeping up with the Joneses? Well, the answer is pretty simple to say, but a whole lot harder to actually do. You have to be willing to embrace being weird. I mean, just think about it for a second. Let's redefine the word normal. In today's culture, normal is having a car payment for the rest of your life. Normal is that constant low-grade hum of credit card debt you can never quite shake. Normal is that little knot of anxiety in your stomach every time you have to look at your bank account. And if that's what's normal, tell me, who on earth would want to be normal? So this is the big takeaway. To actually win with money, to build real wealth, you have to calmly, confidently, and completely reject normal. You have to be the weird one who drives the boring, paid-for car. You have to be the weird one who brings their lunch to work. You have to be the one who values your future freedom way more than you value someone's fleeting approval today. And that's really the bottom line. Once you clear these two hurdles, once you admit you have more to learn, and once you decide you don't need anyone's approval to feel good about yourself, then you are truly ready to begin this journey. So the only real question left is the one right here. Are you ready to be weird?